Hi everyone, my name is Sumit Shrivastava and we have Rahul Saxena here. Hi Rahul, how are you doing?
I'm good, Sumit. How are you?
I'm doing great, thanks. Welcome to Stoica Scott Connect podcast, fresh one. What are the topics you're going to
Yes.
discuss today, Rahul?
Today we are going to discuss about online learning and a bit of pros and cons of them, and how students can, of course, benefit from them as well.
Yeah, because online learning is the one way which we have to deal with now, and I guess
True.
the adaptation is really very important. So, what are the benefits students are getting from this online platforms, and what are the negative points we can cover today in this podcast?
I believe let's start with the negative first. One of the reasons that students can get a bit wary of online education is because it's something very new. And this is something that can cause anxiety or nervousness among students, which is something which is actually quite normal. We tend to get nervous, tend to get a little anxious when we're starting something new or something new comes in our way. Um, it happened when I'm sure automobiles came a century back, or internet came just a couple of decades back. It always happens. We don't need to be worried much about it, but yes, that's some nervousness, anxiety, or fear can definitely come up. That whether it's the right way to approach it. Um, is there any other con that you think of, Sumit?
I guess the health is one section where students or people who are interacting online every day, right, with their
Yeah.
mentors or maybe their company people, right, while working with them. I think the health is one factor which is affecting people because the traveling is not happening as such, right, and the human interaction is a little bit missing. But I guess we
Hmm.
can adopt it wisely, and health is one part which we can take care of while doing exercise, right, and doing meditation and yoga. So that can be covered. I guess it's not a very big challenge for us, right?
Hmm.
But looking, if we'll start looking the other side of like benefits of online platforms, I mean, we have a great list, right, to talk about. What are the? I think,
Definitely.
yeah. What do you think? What are the great achievements we can do with while accepting this online platforms, right?
One of the biggest benefits I think, Sumit, about online education is that, or online learning is, it is accessible anywhere. One can be anywhere and study about it. One can
Yeah.
do a course from Bangalore, like what Stoica is offering, sitting in New Delhi, or vice versa. And that's the benefit of what online education does. For example, with Stoica teaching design courses, one doesn't need to be in a big city all the time. They can be in a remote corner of India, where they may not have the best design school, but Stoica is there, which is helping people with education in design. And same with Sport Connect with like mentorship or online learning about life skills or soft skills. One can learn from anywhere. So that's like online education provides something which is online accessibility, where, anyone can be anywhere and they can learn different courses, not just from Stoica and Spoken, but in general, the online ecosystem provide that opportunity to students.
Yeah, I mean, this is uh, a very good, I would say, uh, the section which is attracting a lot to understand the online learning you can access from anywhere, right?
Mm.
Wherever
True.
you're there on the globe, you can access at any time. And another thing is, I guess, you can also save your traveling time, right? So if especially in Bangalore, it's like city, right? If you wanted to go to your office, you have to keep your 2 hours engaged with only traffic. So I guess that is one more benefit we can talk about, like to accepting the online
Mm.
platform. So it can save your time, it can save your energy as well because you need to get up every day, like you need to take a bath, you need to dress up yourself, and then you, because you will be traveling to the office where you're going to meet different people, right? So in online, maybe sometimes you everyone knows that you are at home, so the attire and your dress up is not gonna be much more concern, right? The major
Hmm.
concern is about the efficient work, right? So yeah, you can save your time, as well as because unwanted traveling, as well as the coronavirus is there, so we allow everyone to please not to move, step out from your houses, right?
True.
Okay. And this moving forward, I guess we have a personal mentorship side, right? What do you think about that?
I believe it's a very good opportunity for students to, sometimes sitting in a class of 200 people or so many people, it doesn't give you one-to-one interaction to be mentored by your professor or your teacher, which online education does provide in a way of, like you can get the guidance, you will get the attention of the teacher. You can, since you're saving time, as you rightly mentioned, on like travel time, etc., you have more time to interact with the mentor as well. Like even the teacher can devote more time because they are saving time on traffic as well, and like saving more time in general to give more time to mentorship, to provide mentorship to students, which for a student is really good thing because they're getting more time to learn more. Because not everyone can be lectured or like attended to during a lecture, or if it's a 200 people lecture,
True.
and when everyone has to, like go off to another building or stuff. But online education provides that opportunity for everyone to have more time to be mentored more. It also provides, it has a smaller classroom as well. So it
True.
does help in case of getting more personal mentorship done. And the courses online, you can get your questions answered at your own convenience. You don't need to be someone different. But a lot of people face trouble in a big classroom because they feel that I'm not an extrovert or I'm much
True.
more of a shy person. So, which are the concerns that students have less when they're having online mentorship because the mentors understand that and they can customize their mentorship according to that.
Yeah, I guess that is the personal mentorship is gonna give actually a lot of benefits to students, right? Because
True.
you will be getting information directly from a person from a person who is basically expert, and he'll be giving a specific time for you to define that area, right? Whatever he will be mentoring upon. So personal mentorship will also give access for you to ask questions which you might not be able to ask in the classes, right? Because there are people who
Hmm.
feel shy to ask questions, right? So they always keep their question inside their head, never like don't speaks out, right? So the personal mentorship will also help them to get engaged better with mentors, I guess, right? And
True.
obviously there are flexibilities of online platform, like you can share any media. We are leveraging media is also very important, which is a part of online
Hmm.
platforms. So usability of the medias will help also us to learn better and
True.
define specific information with specific subjects, right? Which will move us
Exactly.
to, which will actually benefits us to move forward ahead better way, right? Okay.
Hmm. Definitely true. Definitely. It
So,
does help a lot. Yeah.
correct, and it's also very cost effective. What do you think about the cost part? How is it very beneficial for us?
I believe that two things come into the picture here. Because one thing is the infrastructure. When we are providing the course as an online medium, what happens is the institutions don't need to worry about much of infrastructure, like building big classroom buildings or infrastructure associates or like administrative staff. Too many of them are
True.
usually there, which adds to the cost of a fees of a program,
Correct.
which gets reduced. I'm not saying online education doesn't require infrastructure. It does. It does require internet. It does require good connections. It does require good technology videos and audio qualities as well, like mics, etc. But
True.
it still is cheaper than constructing those big buildings, and
Yeah.
also saves on many other infrastructural costs, which adds up to the fees program. So that's why online education provides courses at a much cheaper rate than
True.
the physical classrooms. Of
Yeah, I
course,
mean,
the salaries the teachers need to be paid, and that's completely understandable.
exactly.
But
Exactly.
still, infrastructure cost gets reduced a bit, and that's what helps in the fees as well of the
True.
courses.
You don't need a bigger campuses and fancy furniture to
Yeah,
learn something, right? You need a great
true,
mentor to connect to you and share the information which is going to be really helpful for your future, right? In your career, basically.
definitely.
So I
Yes,
guess these are the major benefits we'll be getting from online platforms. And
yes.
yeah, by the end of the note, what do you wanted to say specifically for all the students if they will be joining online classes or online platforms? Uh, there are sides of negative points we have covered. We also covered the positive sides. I will be looking more positive sides because it's a very flexible, right? Cost effective.
True,
You can save your energy, your time. You can also get the personal mentorship, the personal
true,
touch of your learning, right? And
true.
the only thing is that the anxiety part will be rising, but we need to make habit out of that. So I think habit in terms of like well, I would like to like you to talk about that. What do you feel about this anxiety section, which is
I believe that, yeah, thank you. So that's a very good point that you have raised. A lot of people, as discussed earlier, face a lot of anxiety when starting anything new. And some people get frustrated, like can get worried a lot. My only advice to students would be, professionals alike, would be that embrace online education because this is the new form of life.
true.
It is going to be there. It's the advancement of internet and technology. As we all were a bit anxious about safety and impact that online education can have, we should be yes, there can be some problems like like there are no practical interactions. There are less practical interaction with people, but the benefits are much more. For example, internet. Internet also has its problems. Like for example, internet can have scams as well. People were scared of doing internet banking a
True.
decade
True.
back.
True.
They were not very comfortable using their PIN card, the ATM cards.
True.
But all of this, people have got used to it in the sense that they've understood that the benefits of them are much more than the fear, than the negative part. I'm
True.
not saying, and neither of us are saying that don't ignore that there can be some negative side effects, but the positives positives are much more. They outnumber the negatives. So embrace for the positives. Uh, Fight the negatives. For example, any anxiety that you have, fight it because just try to understand and try to calm your mind and say that okay, this is a new future. I will use it to my benefit. I will see how it is for me, and then I will go ahead. Yes, there will be less physical interaction with online classes, but
True.
there will be a post-COVID as well. If we are studying online, there will be less online physical interactions, but there can be ways out of it. There can
True.
be more ways to make it more interactive. We students to make more to get the because we are social animals. We need social compatibility and meeting people. You're
True.
absolutely right, but there are other ways to meet people as well. And online education will give you more time on your hands as well to meet people and
Exactly.
chill out more.
Yeah, I
So yeah,
mean, it'll give you a different,
yeah,
it'll give you time to utilize it in terms of reading or maybe
yeah,
in terms of uh, working upon other activities, right? Other skills, or maybe
true.
if you're a sports person, you can work upon it. If you really love to be a writer, a scripter, or want to
True.
read some novels like books, I would say Like a good books
True.
always saves your brain from
Absolutely.
anxiety.
One
Like
of the
good
best books.
books
Yeah.
always save you from the anxiety. That's what I feel. And
Exactly.
yesterday I was reviewing about books, and we were talking about that how this lockdown help us uh, to get a better, efficient, crisp, clean knowledge from the books, right? Instead of just
Hmm.
scrolling social media, right? Likewise, India has boycotted uh, 50 apps of China, so there are I don't want to talk much about that. We're gonna cover another podcast upon it, right? On the
Yes.
on the social medias, and let's see.
True.
So thanks for sharing the information, and
Thank you so much.
thanks for being with us again. I'll see you
Yes.
then next time, and
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's always a pleasure to work with you together.
yeah,
And it's always good. And yeah, I look forward to another podcast
yeah.
and more interactions. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So, guys, save your time, accept online platforms, and start learning agile
Yes.
processes, right?
True.
And do
Yeah.
subscribe to our channels at Scott Connect as well as Stoica, and be happy, right?
Yeah. Be
Okay.
safe, be happy, be kind. Take care.
Yeah. Yeah. Bye bye, guys. Take care. Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks,
Bye.
Rahul.
Thank you so much.